Everybody, good afternoon. I hope everybody is having a beautiful summer afternoon, beginning to their week. I am actually sitting in my car. I was gonna do this live outside, but it is over, my car says it is over 100 degrees and the ginger kid should not be out when the sun is quite so strong, because that is how I get burnt. Literally, I can get burnt walking from Starbucks to my car, and so I've chosen to sit in my car to do this live instead of stepping outside of my car to do the live. So we're just gonna get cozy here. We're just gonna get a little cozy. Not that I don't always do lives and drive. It's just, that's how I roll. But anyway, so today I actually caught some commentary on somebody else's post. It was not my commentary. It was something that I was reading on another practitioner's posts. And if you know anything about me, you know, and I would have said this many times, I can take people kind of hating on me a lot better than I can if somebody is hating on somebody I care about. So if you are going after my friends, my family, though, just people that really matter to me, I can get really ferocious. Honestly, I can get really ferocious, and I mean that's the truth. I can get really upset because, especially, not even if somebody is just, if it's constructive criticism, that is one thing. I'm not talking about that. But if somebody is just being mean to be mean, I can really get in my own ego and be like, rah, and like go after somebody. That is when my redheadedness comes out. That is totally when I'm like, okay, and we're fired up. We are totally fired up, and not in a good way. But I was reading through this, and this gentleman's post on somebody I care about's wall or comments were very hateful, incredibly disgusting and hateful of this person at their very core. Like, having never met them, this one gentleman was really going after somebody I care about. And I was reading it, and I responded, and I tried to respond without my ego, but of course ego always comes in. But I read it, and I was like, wow, the hate. And as I was reading it, and as I was trying to respond, I could feel the anger and even like hate, not hatred, because I don't really hate anybody. That's a really strong word. But just the anger and I'm trying to like pull the word that really, like, the disgustingness of this energy that was being putting out, I could feel that, like, almost like seeping through the computer into me, and I was like, ugh, like, I don't like this. This does not feel good. Me wanting to, like, go back at this person, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel soulful. That feels really ego. And it is this, I mean, I really got to thinking as I was sitting there working on some other stuff and just reading the posts that just keep coming in, and I keep seeing this one particular person continuing to spew this hate. And part of me was like, wow, like, that's really sad. But then there was this, like, am I going to continue this? Am I going to step in and be like, I'm going to go after you? And I think I bring this to you not to be like, this is what's going on, not just to go, this is what's going on in my life today, this is what I noticed, but to go, how often do we actually continue on the hate, continue on that energy, take on somebody else's energy and then spew it back out? Because the truth is, if I really allowed myself to get in there, I could be just as hateful and mean and cruel and, like, kind of just saying things to cut someone down as the next person. I mean, like, I can get in my ego. I mean, we all can do that. But it is these decision points of, are we going to go, okay, I'm going to spit this stuff back out? Or are we going to step back and go, okay, well, what does my soul want me to do here? What is aligned? Like, there's a way. I think people think you either have to be all love and light and like, oh yeah, happy and like blessings and like okay, or you have to be hateful. And I think we get into these, like, you have to be either in this anger, cutting people down, or you have to be in this like, oh, love and light and like, it's okay to roll over me. I think there's a middle ground here, like anything, where you can go, no, I'm going to stand up for myself here. I'm going to speak. I'm going to stand my boundaries, because boundaries are healthy. Boundaries actually are soul aligned a lot of times. Not all boundaries are soul aligned, but it's an okay thing as a human. It is respectful to have boundaries. So there is a way to set limits or really speak your piece without getting into the negative energy. And then I think there are those times when you really have to realize that sometimes sometimes you win by not engaging at some point going, I'm not engaging. And this particular person that was getting these commentary eventually went, okay, I'm not engaging here anymore, because it's a negative energy, and we can jump straight into that. And that negative energy, even if we are up here with our vibration, as soon as we start playing with this energy, it pulls us right back down. It pulls us right down. And so it is this, like, how are you reacting? How are you coming at things with the same negative energy? Are you thinking, like, behind this and going, okay, just because this person, thing, place, situation is happening in this low vibration, do I need to jump in that pool? Or can I go, okay, here's my boundary, and then I'm not engaging? And that is really what I had to do. I had to kind of, like, talk with my ego. Because, again, like, I definitely, like, if somebody's coming at me, it's one thing. But I am, like, that is one of my things. And I say it all the time. And I feel it, like, don't come after the people I love in a negative, hateful way. If you have conscious or constructive criticisms, I'm all for constructive criticisms. And I believe we're able to take care of ourselves. I don't hang out with people, or really, unless, like, they're a child, like, that's one thing. But as grown adults, like, you're able to take care of yourself. But there still is this kind of, like, that's when my mama bear comes out. I don't have kids, and even though, like, most of the people I really care about are older than me, like, I get this mama bear, like, don't F with the people I care about. But I do have to watch my ego, because it's like, okay, what is your business? What is God's business? And what is somebody else's business? Like, what is somebody else's business? And there is this point of, like, just jumping into the negativity. And so I think my point being today, to look at how you're responding to things, to look if you're picking up other people's energies, then clear that energy out throughout the day. You can do that with, like, a meditation, quieting your mind, and just, like, really seeing, like, like that white, beautiful, goldeny light, whatever you want to actually visualize, and, like, seeing it, like, wash away. Really tuning back into your soul, your source, your core, and go, okay, like, what is truly aligned here? Is this the best? Is coming back with hate? Is coming back with anger, frustration, whatever it is that aligned? Is that really good for me? Is that going to move me forward? But then, at the same time, not avoiding your boundaries, not allowing somebody to roll over you, because that isn't healthy for us. And I know a lot of spiritual people are like, oh, well, you should just be all love, light, and oneness. And I'm like, yes, like, you should be in touch with love, but sometimes love is setting a hard boundary. I'm sorry, but sometimes love the most loving thing we can do is go, no, you are not allowed to treat me like that. No, because if we're not being loving towards self, we are not going to be able to be loving towards anybody else. And so it is setting firm boundaries, but kind boundaries at the same time. And when I say the word kind, don't, it doesn't have to be said all soft and loving. It can be like, I'm sorry, this is really disrespectful. You are not able to treat me like that. That is a kind boundary. That is a kind boundary. Tearing somebody down purposely, that's not a kind boundary. But so today, I really just would want you guys to think and ponder about how you are taking on other people's energies, how you're responding, and if you are kind of jumping into that pool of negative energy. Because once you jump into that pool of negative energy, then you're just pulling yourself down, and you're making the choice to pull yourself down. And so yeah. And if you're finding the need to really, I very much believe that we should always be looking at them in the mirror. If you're finding the need to tear somebody else down, you really need to look in the mirror and go, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like attacking this person? Why do I feel like I have why do I have to be this negative? Where is this coming from? What does that mean about me? Where is my healing still necessary? And so really looking at that as well. So on that note, I have some brand new spanking expansion programs coming out, or that have come out. I announced them yesterday. I'm doing the same old thing that I've always been doing as far as my practice, my coaching, all of that. But it is just feeling more aligned because I relabel things. I really just define things a little bit better. I'm still working with sex and relationships. I'm still working with passion and purpose and joy and body image. Definitely body image. And helping us to really love ourselves. And so, I don't know what that comment means. Sorry, I got a comment and I got distracted. But I'm still doing the same old thing. However, it feels new and exciting because I'm just relabeling things to feel more aligned. So check that out. All my expansion coaching programs, expansion to joy and purpose, expansion to sex and relationships, expansion to healthy mind, body, and soul coaching. So check all those out. And I have my Wine Me, Dine Me program that is back around. I had this running like 2 years ago, and it was such a success that I've decided to run it again. I've tweaked it a little bit, and so go check that out, and you can find all of that amazingness, all of the amazingness, all the magic at addisonbell.net. Okay, guys, I'm going to head inside and go do a little work before I have some personal stuff to go do. So, all right, guys, I love you. Go be expansive today. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.